I just dropped these two strangers off in the middle of the wilderness. These two guys have never met each other in their entire lives. Every day the two of you survive in this wilderness, I'll give you $10,000.
I hope you brought enough money, man. We're here for the long run.
Hey, put that camera down. Let's head out. Take care, boys. This video can make you guys millionaires.
This is gonna be poor, man.
So 100,000 for every day you can stay in this.
Hey, I'm Grizz. Nice to meet you, man.
Interesting.
All right, you're gonna be my best friend for the next however long.
Starting now, these guys receive $10,000 every day, with the
10,000
only
every day.
limit being how long they can survive, which theoretically means they could win unlimited money.
Dude, if we stay a year, we're both multi-millionaires. We are trying to find a camping spot, build a fire, survive the night.
I guess.
See, if I stayed in there, 10,000 for each day. I'm hoping I don't have to share it with him. I hope it's 10,000 each, but 10,000 each day. Listen, I'm not a mathematician. Let me stop before I try and make up numbers in my head.
Just set up camp here.
For the rest of the night, they gathered wood and went through their supplies.
We've got approximately 5 days worth of food, 2 things of water.
Looks like a change of clothes, some warm jackets, and boom, fire starter.
Let's see if we can get a fire going.
Oh, yeah.
We are good.
Let's make beds out of pine needles. Won't be comfortable, but at least we won't freeze to death tonight.
We're alive. Day 2.
And in the morning, I showed up to give them their first $10,000. Boys, how was the first night?
It's cold.
It's been 24 hours, and I didn't walk over with 10 grand. You're not gonna ask?
Yeah, I guess we should, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just look up.
Oh, my.
Every 24 hours, we're to drop $10,000 out of a plane for you guys.
There's $10,000.
Every 24 hours, 10,000 is dropping in the sky.
Parachuted briefcase.
Yeah.
Don't catch it! Don't watch
Yeah.
out!
Bro, this is crazy.
It's a good thing he doesn't let us know when he's doing these things, because I will be in that
And on top
forest
of that
waiting
money,
for that 10,000 to
this is your
drop.
flare gun.
Oh.
Be careful, shoot it up in the air. The challenge ends for the both of you, and you walk away with the money you've won.
So how long should we stay out here?
$3.6 million for the year is crazy.
All right, the plan is officially a year. We're gonna split this in 2. You get this.
Yes.
I get this.
Now we can't screw each other over.
But later in this video, that plan doesn't exactly work.
All right, I feel bad, but I need to steal that flare gun. I just gotta shoot this thing, and I get to be a dad again.
If you fire that flare, I literally think I'm gonna kill you.
Think about the money. Why are you listen, you're in this for the long run, my friend. Your kids will understand. Your kids will understand that dad was in the forest for how many ever days making this amount of money for us. I don't think they'll care, buddy. Stop thinking about that right now. Concentrate.
Well, buddy, you ready to get rich?
Absolutely.
By day 3, you could say the boys were pretty tired of sleeping on the ground. So after another 10 grand, they started work on building their shelter.
Gonna use my jacket to gather pine needles and layer them on the shelter.
All right, I found this metal piece from a kid's swing set, and I think it's gonna work great for the roof of our shelter.
Layer 1 on. Boom! Section that we're working on. You can see it's got some structural poles. We get to use the parachutes and the cord, so we're gonna make a rain cover on our shelter.
Everyone thinks probably that I'll be the reason we leave and fail this challenge.
But this money would mean college for the kids.
And then on day 4, they started
Exactly.
looking for a water
Think
source.
about it in the
there's a
long
swamp.
run.
I would feel safe boiling that.
Yeah, we gotta be careful because that stuff is full of bacteria and parasites.
Ooh, just a touch of the swamp.
All right, we're going to bed.
Hopefully, Grizz snuggles up because it's cold and he's big and warm.
This is like the 3rd day in a row that we've gotten 2 hours of sleep. It's been so cold. If it rained right
Has to
now,
be,
we
it
probably
has to
have to go to
be.
the hospital.
But I'd do it for $10,000.
And it wasn't just the freezing temperatures that were getting to them.
We're at the
10,000.
end
Can't
of our
complain.
supplies. Grizz likes to call it a fast, which sounds so much nicer than starving.
And for the next few days, the
But
hunger problem
do you really think you could do this with a stranger? 'Cause I feel like if you do this with a stranger, yeah, there's only so long that you can stay with someone you don't know until they get on your nerves. Like Buddy was over here saying, I need to go home to my kids. I need to go home to my kids. F them kids, man.
didn't get any easier.
We had a little square of beef jerky this morning, that's it. Jimmy gave us 5 days worth of food, and it's day 9 right now. These are greenbrier leaves. Grizz says they're edible, I guess. Yeah.
It was clear by this point that the boys were extremely hungry. But lucky for them, I had a surprise waiting for them on day 10. They've officially survived 10 days. Here's your briefcase.
Yeah.
And don't leave. This is where the challenge gets interesting. Bring in the helicopter.
Oh, man.
I'm nervous, dude. Oh my gosh.
Okay, that I'm excited about.
To celebrate day 10, we have your first offer. I can tell you guys are tired of eating leaves. So I brought you guys an additional 10 days worth of food, spices, 2 tarps, and everything you would need to fish. All of this for $50,000 of your prize money. You want some beef jerky?
Yes.
Don't eat it yet.
Oh.
These beans look good.
Oh,
Absolutely.
oh, coffee.
We're gonna give you space. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
He's not kidding. Like, this is literally all the things we would need to fish. 50 grand.
50 grand.
If they don't take this deal, I mean, they're kind of stupid. 10 days worth of food means they make 100 grand, and they only have to pay 50 grand for it. I'm doing them a favor.
Should we talk to him now?
Yeah.
All right. All right, Jimmy.
If you make a decision in the next 60 seconds, I'll throw in 2 feastable bars.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Oh, you still had 59 more seconds, but okay. Here, I'll put that in the pile of food. Thank you for the 50 grand.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy the food. Oh, by the way, you also get the crate with it. Thank you!
You know what? I'm gonna save it for the end. I'm not gonna say it. Let me carry on. I'm not gonna say it.
It was definitely a deal we had to say yes to, but that week of food literally cost as much as my kid's college
That's
tuition.
what I mean. Listen, was it? No. Wait, pause. Was it really worth the food? Sometimes use your brain. You know. Sometimes use your brain. 50,000 has just gone like that because you couldn't survive without food. Okay, fair enough. I can't blame you, but 50,000, mate, you got to stay in there another 5 days to make up for that. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I still can't believe it every time this money falls out of the sky.
The food from the crate will feed them for 10 days. But if they want to survive out here for a year,
All right, the plan is officially a year.
they'll still need to find more food in the wilderness.
So some of you may be wondering, why have they not caught fish?
Well, the swamp nearby has no fish in it.
Oh,
What we
hell
really
no.
need is a moving water.
Who's taking fish out of the pond, whatever that is over there? That's not even a pond, that's a lake. Who's taking the fish out of there? Sometimes it's not worth your life trying to fish in that kind of pond, mate. Just think about it. Just think about your life.
Water that we can fish in.
And while Hayes was rambling on about his kids,
And my 2-year-old doesn't sleep very well either, so
this happened.
I think being a dad. What is this? This is a creek. This is not a swamp. This is actually moving water. There's fish in here. Dude, look at this. It's like a dock.
This is the
Mate, let's be realistic. That water looks like poo. Let's be real. That water don't look clear for nothing. And you're talking about fish that are in there. You don't think there's fish have you know what? Nah. Let's be logical, mate. Let's be logical.
perfect place for food and shelter.
And after another few days full of a surprise freezing rainstorm,
At least now we have $100,000.
they decided to move and upgrade their shelter near their newfound water source.
Good morning, Grizz.
How are you always up earlier? Some shape and cut the trees to the right length. Oh! I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I'm glad I broke your fall.
Sorry.
All right, so maybe they had a bit of a false start. But once they got the structure back up, they spent the entire next day putting their finishing touches on their shelter. They even built a fishing dock to help them catch more food.
Dock's done,
Pleasantly surprised.
and now all we gotta do is catch a fish. Come on,
Yeah.
right?
And as good as this was, without sleeping bags,
I'll be honest, they don't look so certain in themselves. Look, they're looking at that water and they're thinking, whatever fish is inside of that water, I personally don't want to eat that fish. Let's be real. They're looking at that water like, whatever we get out of there, I don't think we're going to survive or make it out of here alive. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
the winter night was still unforgiving.
On a really cold night, cold toes, cold feet, no sleeping bag.
So I think I knew what my next offer was. It's day 20 and they moved super deep in the woods, so now we have to get there by boat.
Do you hear that sound in the distance?
What'd you say?
Is that a boat?
Any minute now when we find them, I've got a fun offer for them. How's it going, boys?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Two things. First, the plane needed maintenance, so I'm delivering this by hand.
Hey, all
There's your
right.
$10,000, which puts you guys at $140,000. And second, we have an offer for you.
Ooh.
Reveal your offer. Just go ahead and take it off. Here it is.
Oh.
You can either give me
$10,000.
$10,000 for that red sleeping bag, or give me $50,000 and you get both sleeping bags.
What?
5 times the amount for both.
Oh man.
No.
Can I take it out?
Yeah, we should look at it.
Yeah, check them out.
Hang on, I just gotta do this.
These are the same sleeping bags we used in Antarctica. They work very well. Here's the weather forecast. It's gonna get pretty cold next week, so highly recommend you at least buy one.
When we started this thing out, we were in the 20s without anything. We've adapted to it. We have bedding, we have pine straw. We're doing pretty well in these low temperatures. I would love to have a sleeping bag, but $50,000 is...
Smart man.
I sleep closer to Grizz than I do my wife.
Smart.
So, I'm not even kidding.
You're actually gonna say no to both?
It's a really cold night. No sleeping bag.
Yeah, so I think it's final. We don't want it.
Yeah, agreed.
Wow, not even a single sleep.
These are two smart men. They understand the value of money. Before the decision they made paying $50,000 for food, I was a bit skeptical. I was a bit skeptical on this one as well. I wasn't too sure whether they're going to say, yeah, let me get the sleeping bag for $50,000 because I need a sleeping bag. Smart man. Smart man.
Sleeping bag. All right, boys, close it up. Sure, the boys could survive without sleeping bags, but that didn't solve their food problem. In between sitting out rainy days, the boys got into a bit of a routine where they would boil water, work on their shelter, and try to catch fish, which wasn't really working out for them.
We got some guts for bait. We're gonna cast them out, and hopefully the fish come up off the bottom of the creek.
Day after day of failing to catch any fish,
Let's go check the lines, see if any catfish are on.
they finally caught a wind in their sails.
Oh, Grizz!
Or whatever that abomination of Mother Nature.
Listen, if I had no food and that thing came out selling me false hope, you know how mad I would be? After not eating for so long and you're telling me this is what comes out the water, I'll be so mad. I'll be mad, I'm honestly.
Nature was.
What is that?
Is that an eel?
Can I eat it?
Is it eel?
First fish. It's an eel.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna charcoal grill it. We're gonna have ourselves some American-style unagi.
This is the first thing that we've caught out here in 27 days, which is insane. We're happy to have it, and we're gonna make it delicious.
I don't know if this is what I would call delicious.
Thing is, there's no seasoning, they got no salt, they got nothing to make it taste nice. They just got straight, pure eel, nothing. No seasoning, can't add no flavor to it, just have to eat it straight raw. They can't complain though, because look, they're on 250,000 right now. So they're doing good. They're doing good.
But the fact that they haven't had a fresh meal in almost 30 days means even a rock would taste good to them at this point.
I meant 210, not 50.
That's so good. It's just like amazingly good.
If we keep catching fish like this, we can easily stay for a year, bro.
Dude, yeah, $3.6 million.
Good night! And on day 28, they started constructing their raised bed system in their new shelter.
So it's gonna be 2 tripods across and then a nice pine needle mattress made out of parachutes.
And after seeing their new shelter become more and more comfortable, I was starting to get worried that I was gonna have to pay these guys millions of dollars.
The only regret that I have, they're not bunk beds.
That's honestly
Can't
They were
complain, man.
betting
You
everything
can't
on their
complain.
new shelter being right next to this creek. But that may have been a huge mistake because they couldn't catch another eel to save their lives.
Snapped it. At this point, I've spent more time in the wilderness than I have with my newborn son. I also have a 2-year-old.
Buddy,
with my
think
wife
about the
alone.
money.
How do you explain to a 2-year-old that daddy's gonna be gone and he won't talk to you and he won't
You will
call
understand
you
when you're paying for his college. Stop thinking about this.
What would be something that you would actually buy?
We spend a lot of time out here trying to get firewood. You know, having firewood dropped off would be really nice. I'd probably pay $10,000 for that.
We are
10, he's gonna tell you 50. He's gonna tell you 10,000 for firewood. He's gonna give you 50.
How's it going, boys?
Doing great, man. How are you?
As a reward for surviving an entire month, I brought you a store.
Oh, okay.
You see, we come through all of your vlog footage and we wrote down everything you've asked for, such as firewood, a shovel, cooking supplies, bedding, and even books and board games. It's like a dollar store, but everything costs 10 grand. This is your store? Feel free to shop.
We've won 240 grand. Might as well check it out.
What are these? Those are mosquito nets. Oh, we'll use parachutes. We don't need those.
Don't
All
need
right, what
that.
about the hammocks?
I like the hammocks, but you know, we haven't tried making them out of parachutes yet.
All right, Grizz, answer this. What can you not make out of parachutes?
A lot.
All right, well, do you guys want the firewood?
How much
So-
wood?
That's the wood you get.
If it came with unlimited wood, I would buy it.
I offered them literally everything they could possibly need here, and they still weren't interested. I was beginning to think these two were secretly Navy SEALs or something. Are you guys gonna buy literally anything? You make 10 grand a day. What's another 10 grand?
I gotta say no.
All right?
Fair enough. Fair
In
enough.
a million years,
Smart
would
guys.
not have thought they would
Some
say no
smart
to
guys.
everything. Next time, I'm gonna convince you two to spend money.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. See you, Jimmy.
Here he goes.
In his tank.
Stop right here. I have a special surprise for all of you. Nolan, what does this look like?
A lot of phones.
1,000 phones to be exact. Because over the next 7 days, I'm gonna be giving 1,000 random people that subscribe a free Samsung Galaxy S24. I literally
get one.
spent over $1 million
get
on
one,
these
please,
phones,
Mr.
and I'm
Beast.
giving them away to you. All you have to do to enter to win one of these phones is subscribe. It's literally free. I just want you to know I appreciate everything you guys have been doing for the channel. It means the world to me. Subscribe, win one of these phones, let's go. And so they continue without any of the tools for my offer. But go figure, for the next few days, they weren't able to catch any fish. And even though the money kept coming, they were running out of food and time to catch it quickly.
I am on the last belt loop. I think that we have maybe 2 days worth of food left.
That's not good. Without a boat, this creek is not productive. We gotta go to that river. If I can get to that river and the fishing is good, that'll turn all this around.
And with their rations running dangerously low, their only hope at getting food was to
Beans
travel
and
through
coffee.
the swamp to the
Eesh.
river on the other side in hopes of catching some fish.
It's risky wasting all these calories, but I have to do it if we're gonna make it any further.
But after a grueling hike, Hayes finally found what he was looking for.
Oh my God! Woo! Look at that! It's the river! Is that not the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? Woo! Finding this river is probably the difference between us making our goal and us tapping out early.
Fortunately, he had a secret weapon.
Grizz and I made our own fishing pole, and this is gonna make catching fish easy.
Hey, my boy, that fishing pole. Hey, how'd I tell you? Hey,
With
I
Hayes'
don't know what you were
makeshift fishing
thinking.
pole immediately breaking, he was going to have to use his hands, and he spent hours trying and failing.
Oh no!
Oh,
And if he couldn't catch any fish without immediately dropping them, the calories burned coming here would have been for nothing. But just when he was ready to give up,
This one's gonna be it.
I feel like it's gonna be a big one.
holy moly!
Yeah, oh yeah,
I told you it was that one!
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah,
the
fair
luck
enough.
didn't
Man.
stop there.
I cannot wait to bring this back to Grizz. He's gonna be so stoked.
Free.
We're eating tonight.
Hey, man. They're gonna eat good tonight. They're gonna eat
Feels like
good.
this is our first real food in ages.
But in the meantime, I was preparing an offer that I know they couldn't refuse. It's day 40, they've made over $250,000, and I have an incredibly special offer for them. For
Hey,
$10,000, and I think you're really gonna like this, you both can see your wives. In fact, they're watching right now.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Oh, man.
Can't let down my kid.
I know, I can't lay down my wife.
Okay, Jimmy.
Hey, 10,000. Fair enough, man.
It's me, it's Daddy.
At least Mr. Beast was nice with the offer. You didn't say no crazy price.
As nice
Fair
as
enough,
it
man.
was to see their families, the visit was also bittersweet because there's one big question on everyone's mind.
How long do you want us to stay?
I want you home now.
Are you listen?
Like, I do.
I know you want me home.
That has to be a
but
bot.
do you need me home?
Yeah, you don't need him.
Yes, she needs you. Yes, you need to bond with your son.
I don't care what the other guy says. You've made enough money.
No,
I
he's
need
not
you
made
home.
enough. Let him stay there another 20 days. Another 200K. That's
That
500K.
conversation was so difficult for me.
500K in
Even
total,
so,
by the way, guys. Don't try and make my
yesterday
math
was
seem
a
like it's
really
crazy.
good day. It had all of the things that I love. It had my family, my wife, my kids, my buddies. That was like a really huge gift. Oh, they're gone now.
To hold her and know that she was safe, it really has changed the way that I'm viewing this entire challenge. Knowing I have my wife's support, I want to stay until I have $1 million.
Smart,
And after
man.
some
That's what it's
much-needed
about,
family
Grizz.
time,
Stay
Hayes
until you
and
get
Grizz
a
were
million.
much happier than I'd ever seen them.
Bees and Grizz. Bees and Grizz. Ambush!
Let's smoke some fish. Look at that. This is perfect.
Even when something happened that would have totally drained them before,
400,000.
by now they didn't even seem to mind.
That's what it's about, man.
Had a gender reveal, and the gender was just money.
Even though their spirits were high, there was still a problem they needed to solve. In order to get to the river to fish, they would first need to trudge through this giant swamp. But
no.
if they had a boat, they would easily be able to float down the creek to the river.
I am building a boat. The idea is to create a frame
You're
with sticks
building a
and then
boat.
attach our tarp.
Buddy, you tried
so
to
the
build a
whole
fishing
thing
rod
can
with a
float.
stick.
Not
What happened
feeling
before?
super confident in the boat build.
If we can get down the fish without having to tromp through a whole swamp, it's worth the risk. Time for the first sea trial of my beautiful ship.
Here he goes.
Hey, fair enough.
And this is pretty ironic,
You know what, I'll
considering
give
the
it to him.
offer I was about to bring them. It's day 50. Let's see how they're doing.
Hey.
Bro, you guys have a village now. Wait, are you serious? You built a boat?
Yeah, man.
You're telling me this thing can actually float?
You want to try it?
Yeah, Oh my gosh, it actually worked. He built a freaking boat in the woods. All right, now that I'm aware of that, this changes a lot of things. It's actually insane that you two built a boat yesterday because I brought the two of you a boat with the Zaxby's restaurant on it.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool, Jimmy.
Before I present the offer, I want to make sure you're in a really good state of mind. This is our brand new Mr. Beast box, which are now live at every single Zaxby's across America.
Oh my God, that is so good.
Don't do
The
that to
Mr.
them,
Beast
man.
box comes with the best tasting chicken known to man. And the cool part is every single meal comes with a Feastables bar. Our goal with this collab was to take the world's best chicken and pair it with the world's best chocolate.
Indeed.
Zaxby's also has 12 sauces.
There's like so many flavors happening in my mouth. What is that? That's really good.
It's a Zach sauce.
Look how happy they are. If you want to be happy like them, just go to Zaxby's and get the Mr. Beast box right now. Now that you guys have gotten your meals, your day 50 offer is for 50 grand. You can have this boat.
We don't have a motor. We don't have any way to get this thing around.
So you just use sticks.
Oh, Lord, I don't know.
Since you weirdly built the boat the day before, I'll give you a discount. We'll make it $40,000.
No,
My answer is
they don't need it. These men are capable of building a boat by themselves. Why would they need to buy this? This thing is not even better than the one they built. 40,000 will take them down to 390,000. There's no point for them to do that. If they take the offer, I'm going to be disappointed in both of them.
I love the ship I made.
Exactly.
I trust it with my life. So
Smart
I'm gonna
man.
leave it up to Grizz.
For $40,000, I'm gonna pass on the boat.
Yes!
I'll get in
Smart
Hayes' death
guys.
trap instead.
If that sinks and you have to quit, I
We
tried.
appreciate the food. That was lovely.
Bye, Jimmy.
I'll see you next
Off you
time.
go,
So
Mr.
this
Beast.
ship
Off you go.
saved us $40,000.
Still a death trap.
Hey.
Man, when we first started this thing, it was in the dead of winter. You remember how cold it was?
Yeah, now everything is so nice and warm.
And spring was now in full bloom, and they were looking pretty comfortable.
There's a lot of flowers here. I can't say that I mind it.
What is today, 51?
I don't know. I lost track.
I hear an airplane coming in.
Where?
Oh, he's coming straight at us.
It's another drop
puts
of
us
money.
at $440,000.
440,000,
Time
man.
to build the Haze and Grizzle love seat.
80% of what we're sitting on here is going straight to my business.
This case. No, I don't want Katie to work 24-hour shifts anymore. This money's gonna do so much for her and our family.
But while the warmer weather was nice, it presented new problems like snakes
Don't want to get bit by that.
Oh, hell no.
and rats. Get out of here! Every night. It wasn't long until the lack of sleep started to make them irritable.
Looks like Hayes is struggling to get over here. Hayes, do you need my help?
What does it look like? You want to paddle upriver into the wind?
Hayes, why don't you go get those fishing lines fixed?
You know what? You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
He is angry.
Oh, they're
Can you check
getting.
those lines while you're over there?
Yeah,
What do you think I'm doing?
this is what I
I
said.
was just asking.
This is what I said about two strangers when it comes to this kind of thing. There's gonna come a point where you both get annoyed with each other, and they reach that point where they both get annoyed with each other. I don't see this lasting any longer than another 10 days.
Thank you for telling me to do what I'm already doing once again.
Very angry.
Keep in mind, at this point, Hayes and Grizz were very close friends. But Hayes had reached the end of his rope, and the jokes just weren't hitting the same.
I knew it.
Grizz's idea about how this would unwind is not working, obviously, because it's a stupid idea.
Hayes, I'm sorry, buddy. I did not know I was actually pissing you off. I did not know that you were actually upset.
It's all right.
He's not alright.
And
He's
so,
not
feeling
alright.
frustrated, Hayes turned off his camera and paddled down river, where he set up his camp until the next day.
Hayes has set sail, and I think he may have.
This is what I mean. I feel like this Hayes brother is gonna mess up for everyone. He's gonna be the one that's gonna be so in his feelings that, look, they're on 520,000 right now. If Hayes could just butt up his feelings and, you know, just be more, you know, for the cause, they could get to 600k. I don't think they're gonna get to 600k though. At this rate, they're not getting to 600k.
Run away? I'll certainly be thinking about him. I know it's supposed to be cold at night. He's not back in a couple days, so I'm gonna have to go looking for him. Let's do something to cheer him up. So we got a huge board over here that was left by Jimmy at the last Beast drop, and I'm gonna repurpose it into a table with some of our cases. It's actually pretty sturdy.
And when Hayes returned home, he was not empty-handed.
Sounds like Hayes has returned from his great adventure. Nice.
Oh man, what a guy! What a guy!
Those are sea
Maybe I
trout.
was wrong about Hayes. Maybe I was wrong.
Take a minute.
No, man, do your thing.
Chris,
Yeah, buddy.
what's this?
It's our table.
We have a table?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I was a bit harsh on Hayes. Maybe I was a bit harsh. You know what? They've been in there 60 days. That's 2 months. I could understand the man can get to the top of his, you know, that he can build up and he could probably lay it out. And I know he's frustrated because he wants to be at home with his wife and kids. I understand. So maybe I was a bit harsh on him. But hey, get your head right, man. Get your mind right.
Oh, man!
I figured that'd perk him up a little bit.
This is a $100,000 table, Grizz!
Welcome back, buddy.
Feels good to be home.
Come on.
With their survival needs met and their friendship restored, one question still remains. How long will they stay?
We gotta have a serious conversation.
Yeah.
The end. Honestly, I'd have been done 5 days ago.
Maybe push like an extra week. I mean, hell, that's a $35,000 each.
If I pulled that flare on day 70, how would you feel?
I would feel really let down and lied to. I propose at day 70, we have a conversation, decide if we're gonna push further.
That's fair. I promised Grizz that I would stay longer for him, but I'm not happy about it.
Morning, guys.
I understand.
So, Hayes has been a little upset. I'm seeing it. He's keeping to himself, you know, so I'm a little worried about him.
Spoken to Grizz about it. He wants me to stay longer. He's kind of pushing me to stay longer and stay longer. At some point, I gotta stop being wilderness guy and go be dad.
Another day.
I'll save it to the end. I'll save it to the end.
Oh, no. I knew that was gonna happen. I saw it. Oh, no. Hayes going to check out the case that is dropped from the sky.
Day 70. I'm gonna see if Grizz is good being done today. See what he says.
What are we gonna do with all this money?
Kind of want to talk to you about that. Kind of ready to hit the flare. What do you think about that?
I want to stay
man.
longer. I know
Keep
that
going.
you've got to pull
Keep going.
away from this thing with family.
I know. We've talked about it 1,000 times. I just want to know how you feel about it today. Yes or no?
Can you go one more day? Give yourself 24 hours just to kind of feel it
I've
out.
thought a lot about it, but if you want to go another day, let's go another day.
Squeeze another 2 more days, please.
How's it going, boys?
How are you, buddy?
70,
Let's
day
go on a little
71.
walkie walk. We can go over here. Let's say Hayes isn't a part of the equation.
Yeah.
How many more days do you think you could survive out here?
Let's call it 45 days would
Okay.
probably be as far as I'd go.
How many do you think he has left in the tank?
He talks about it every day.
How often do you think about shooting the flare?
Every day.
What stops you?
At this stage, Grizz, you know, he wants to make $1 million, and it's hard to say no to that. I have an obligation to him too, but it's starting to go towards family. Yeah.
When you do shoot that flare, that's gonna be crazy.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, last night?
So that's crazy though, because Grizz is able to go another 45 days to make that 1 mil. He's willing to leave now. I hope Mr. Beast is understanding that Grizz is the one that wants to push through. So if Hayes does pull the gun, I hope Mr. Beast does allow Grizz to stay another 45 days to make the money. Because listen, you can't let another man be your downfall. And Mr. Beast has to understand that, man. It's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins.
I don't want to disappoint Grizz, but hold on. I think I'm done.
No, man.
To come back here to our first camp where I was shoulder to shoulder with Grizz every single night. And after that, it was like, all right, dude, we're brothers now. I expected to walk away with a lot of money, but I didn't expect to walk away with like a friend for life. And that's so meaningful to me. I kind of got to think about what's right for me and my family.
Hayes got so desperate that he literally went into Grizz's bag and stole the flare gun, even
Oh,
though
you
it
little
was his
thief.
idea to separate it into 2 parts.
You little
At
thief.
this point, all I have to do is shoot this thing.
No. Knock him out.
And I get to be a dad again. You
Do
know?
something. Hey,
I know this thing is very challenging. What we're doing out here is
Hayes, let's think about this. Let's think. Don't be stupid now. Don't do something dumb that we're all gonna regret. Think about it. Think about it, please.
not easy. I really, truly do believe that you're doing what's right for your family.
I disagree.
You're providing for them in a way that's going to
I
change
think
their lives.
Now it's gone the other way. Now it's, I think I need to be there.
I think that you've been really upset and you've been missing your family really bad. I feel like
I think the
you
money doesn't matter.
spiraled through
The money
this
doesn't.
thing.
The money doesn't matter to me.
If the money doesn't matter to you, why did you sign up in the first place? This is not a free, okay, it is free money, but this is, you have to have dedication. You have to have passion to be doing these things. You can't just be coming in here thinking, yeah, this is going to be a fun 7 days, get 70K. No, we need to be like Grizz. Grizz is here for the money. Grizz is here for the 1 million. You want to go home after a couple of days. Pack it in. Pack it in.
And really the only thing that's keeping me here is you. And I'm sick of it.
Yeah. My family needs me too, you know.
And you're very good at, you know, manipulating me.
Manipulating, whoa, don't be putting words into this. No, whoa, buddy, we're not going to do that. No.
It was clear that in this moment, Grizz was going to have to make a decision. Convince Hayes to continue surviving in these woods for more and more money, or be there for his friend when he needed him the most.
I can't imagine having gone through this experience with anyone else. I mean, I really do, like, I genuinely think of you like a brother. You know? I'm sorry that I've just pushed you on and on and on.
I just don't want to let you down.
You're not letting me down.
Yeah, I am.
Brothers don't let each other down. This is the way it is. Everything.
Grizz is very understanding. I'll give it to him. He's very understanding.
Let me see that flare. I owe you this, and to be honest with you, I'm sorry that it's taken so long.
Why is he doing it, man?
I think it's time for us to do this thing, buddy.
Oh, you're lying. You're lying. Grizz. He didn't, you know, he's half-hearted with it. He didn't want to do that.
You smell bad.
I think they shot the player. No, you take that one. Let's go check in on him. Rich, we're rich.
Nah, Grizz ain't satisfied. Grizz wanted to stay there longer.
This is what they looked like. And here's them 74 days later. Crazy.
Yes, they look crazy.
You haven't left these woods in 74 days.
Dude, I'm so ready.
One final surprise.
Oh my God! Oh my gosh! Hi, Italian baby!
Fair enough.
After 74 days, they've won $670,000. And in case you forgot, we're giving away 1,000 Samsung phones to random people that subscribe in the next week. So don't forget, press that subscribe button.
No, fair enough. Grizz, I know you wanted to stay longer. Hayes, I give him respect. They stayed for how many days? How many days did they end up staying for? 74. Fair enough to them. But I know Grizz could have stayed there for another 30 days if he wanted to. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is.